Good afternoon, YouTubers. Welcome back to Rad Slot Todd. My name's Todd, where I do all things e-bike and recreational in beautiful Thurston County, Olympia area between Yelm and Rainier. And it is indeed a beautiful day. I want to share with you what we have planned going on. So today is the maiden voyage trip with our new, actually had it for about 6 months, but it's the Kuat. And today we have my wife's Rad Rover 6, the black step through, obviously from Rad, and then I've chosen to ride the Aventon level 2. So this Kuat's got a pivot on it, so when we get the bikes out I'll show you, so we can opens up so you can get access to the gate. And one of the things you always got to remember when you're taking off is to make sure you have your keys to your batteries and have the batteries. So I've got the Aventon and the Rad battery and got them locked and loaded. Took the batteries out. They say it obviously it reduces the weight, which will help because we're a little bit overweight capacity, so we're hoping it's not a problem. These are clamped down. It's great. It's got a nice locking system. They're magnetic. Go back in when you're done. One on each side. And for the Rad, if any fat tire bike, you have to buy an extension right here for these big 4.5-inch tires, and they're about $6 when you buy it on the Kuat. But this Kuat pivots out. I'll show you that when we get there. And I'm not sure if you can see Mount Rainier in the distance, but it's going to be a great ride. We're going to head into Olympia and do part of the big trail in Olympia and get some exercise going. So we'll catch up to you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Hey folks, for today's ride, picked out my snacks. Been trying to lose a little bit of weight, so I have some fresh grown cherries from the Yakima Valley that my grandson and some friends picked. They went over to Eastern Washington. Got a whole bunch of cherries. So I'm gonna take these on our ride. And signature diet tonic water from Safeway, not a sponsor. And then a Diet Coke, not a sponsor, but I'm locked and loaded with water for our trip. Very hot, stay hydrated. Okay folks, we headed out with our Kuat rack with two e-bikes and a level 2 from Aventon and a Rad 6. These this weighs about 70, this weighs about 65. The on the Kuat, what it says is no more than 60 pounds. We were going to test it a little bit, hoping it was just the general parameters. And we're headed down the road and they're just wobbling too much, and there's way too much weight on the pivot itself. Can't even pivot it off. So this experiment with two e-bikes on the Kuat in our quick, yeah, the 2.0 my wife points out, is not going to work. So we're going to take off our bikes, just put them in the back of the truck for today's experience, and we know that diesel will take them down, and then we'll have to think about what we do. It's just too much weight, and we got a little too nervous. May or may not work, but we just went over some railroad tracks, and we didn't want to damage our rack, damage the bikes, damage our suspension. Just not worth it because we got too much investment. It's a great rack because I've taken it on my hybrid and my road bikes, and they're great, but not for e-bikes and not for heavy e-bikes and not for really good e-bikes. So that I'm going to take it off, and we'll catch back with our ride later. This is Rad Slot Todd.